Hello everyone. Let's talk about the 2020 Apple Mac Mini with the M1 chip. Even though it's not the newest model anymore, this little machine still packs a serious punch. We're looking at the version with 8 GB of RAM and a 256 GB SSD. The big deal here is the M1 chip. Apple really changed the game with this silicon. It combines the CPU, GPU, and other components onto a single chip, making everything work together much more efficiently. Apple claims up to 3x faster CPU performance compared to the previous generation, and honestly, it feels like it. Everyday tasks are incredibly snappy. Apps launch almost instantly, and multitasking is a breeze. The 8-core GPU is also a huge upgrade. Apple boasts up to 6x faster graphics performance. And while you might not be playing the latest AAA games at max settings, it handles graphics-intensive applications surprisingly well. Video editing, photo editing, even some light 3D work is definitely within its capabilities. Then there's the 16-core Neural Engine. This is what powers the Mac Mini's machine learning capabilities. Things like image recognition and voice processing are noticeably faster and more accurate. It's one of those things you might not always notice directly, but contributes to the overall smooth and responsive experience. The 8 GB of unified memory is worth discussing. Because it's unified, the CPU and GPU can both access it directly, which improves performance. While 8 GB might seem a little low by today's standards, especially if you're used to Windows machines, it's surprisingly efficient on the Mac Mini. It handles most everyday tasks and even some more demanding workloads without any major issues. However, if you plan to do a lot of heavy video editing or run multiple memory-intensive applications simultaneously, you might want to consider a newer model with more RAM. The 256 GB SSD is adequate for most users, but if you work with large files or plan to install a lot of applications, you might find yourself running out of space quickly. Consider using external storage if needed. The Mac Mini itself is incredibly compact and minimalist. It's just a small silver box with a few ports on the back, 2 Thunderbolt USB 4 ports, 2 USB-A ports, an HDMI port, a Gigabit Ethernet port, and a headphone jack. It doesn't come with a keyboard, mouse, or monitor, so you'll need to provide your own. One of the best things about the M1 Mac Mini is its energy efficiency. It runs incredibly cool and quiet, even under heavy load. You'll barely hear it, which is a huge plus if you're sensitive to noise. So, is the 2020 M1 Mac Mini still worth buying in 2024? Absolutely, especially if you can find it at a good price. It's a fantastic little machine for everyday tasks, creative work, and even some light gaming. The M1 chip is still incredibly capable, and the Mac Mini's compact size and energy efficiency make it a great choice for anyone looking for a desktop computer without taking up too much space. Just be mindful of the 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB SSD, and consider whether those specs meet your needs. If they do, you won't be disappointed.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.